Welcome everyone today to Aquatic Park. We will be doing some very slow Qigong, T'ai Chi Chih, breath and movement. All right, I'm just starting a little bit here with what we call rocking motion from the 19 movements in one pose of T'ai Chi Chih. A very good warm up in itself. So feel the figure 8 as you inhale, the infinity symbol, and as you exhale. Breathing in, breathing out, and welcome. Rocking motion. Notice with this particularly beautiful first movement that we have in T'ai Chi Chih, 19 movements in one pose, that we are making a figure 8, bringing energy from the earth up to heaven and back down to earth again. So this kind of movement up is towards heaven. When the palms turn softly back down, that's towards earth. So feel that beautiful sense of connection. And enjoy it. It's the joy of movement. And more than that, it's the joy of mind, body, spirit, and breath connection with the movement. Inhaling up towards the heavens and exhaling down towards the earth in a figure 8. Here's the bottom of it. Here's the top. It's typical of all Qigong movements to have these slow connections. The circularity that you see in a figure 8, the smoothness, the softness, and the quality of moving from the center body all the way up, all the way down. I like to start with some Qigong, and actually this particular movement from T'ai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong. So it fits. We're going to come back to this in a few minutes, but let's move into some basic other Qigong movements. This is another way of looking at heaven and earth. You start here in the inhale here. You open out the rib cage laterally, expanding and exhaling back. Once you feel that sense of your center and the inhale of that at the rib cage is also affecting the tummy, and see if you can also add your nostrils. It's a complete connection to the whole spine, up and down. So this next move, which is called heaven and earth, coming into your nice open rider on horse position, come to the center, already having softened the knees, and one hand will move up towards heaven and the other will move towards earth. Inhale on that. Exhale back slowly to the center, and the other side now. Heaven and earth. Feel the grounding of earth and the reaching up towards heaven and the meeting of the hands in the center. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale back slowly. And again, to the other side, or both sides. Feel the whole rib cage opening up here. Extending the spine, extending the arm, extending the ribs up. And make sure you breathe in the center. One last one, inhaling first. And exhaling back to center. The accordion. Inhaling out as if you were playing the accordion. expanding laterally, arms in a T, exhaling back slowly to the center. One more. The accordion. Feels like you could play an instrument right now, right? There would be the sound, that gesture of exhale. One more, opening those ribs. Enjoy it. And exhaling back slowly. We're not in any hurry as we move into this moving meditation in a few minutes. We first want to get all of our joints, our breath, our body, our length in the spine connected. And then we may be much better shape to do the whole practice of Tai Chi Chih. The next is called triple burner, inhaling up, extending the spine, bringing the arms overhead to centrally meet here. And the palms will come down through the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen, your 3 energy centers, or Dan Tians. When you're on your own, you can do this 9 times before you go to bed and 9 times in the morning. It really reduces stress and increases the relaxation response, which is what we want. Inhaling and one more down slowly of triple burner. Exhaling all the way down to here. Beautiful. Now bring it up above the shoulders here into cactus. That's a cactus. And now you're going to start with Buddha picks up the earth, maybe from behind the cactuses. I don't know. Exhale down. Inhale up through the center body. Turn the palms the other way, up, and exhale out, and slowly outside the body towards the ground on your exhale. Buddha picks up the earth and sends it into the sky with hope and peace. One more slow exhale into the sky and return to the center body and come up again. And we'll ground it now through the earth. We've brought it to the heart and lungs, and now we're going to bring it back to the low Dan Tian right here, resting on globes of energy. You can feel the resistance to gravity here because there's energy between the palms and the earth called the Legong points right here. Let's look at one simple, beautiful move called rocking motion. You're going to shift to your right, bring your palms up here facing each other. The Legong points will raise the energy there if you think about them. Relax the fingers and inhale forward for bass drum and exhale back. Feel your very slow weight shift, connecting it to your arms, no faster than the weight shift. This practice is slow, continuous, and moves from the center. So with your weight shift here, you're coming to the front left foot here, releasing the back heel, returning back to release the front toe. Here's the inhale. The heel releases after a glide forward, and now the toe releases after a glide back. Take your time. Balancing your energy here on that front leg with the knee bent, and now to the back with your other knee bent and the front leg straight. So feel the sense of one leg bending, or just think of it as softening, and the other leg softening at the knee. And then straightening a little bit, not to lock that back leg, but feel the length of it. And one more here on your left side of rocking motion. Then bring in that foot into rider on horse position, which is with your toes out this way here. And inhale, center. And release. And we'll shift to the other side just to practice rocking motion here. Watch the shoulders. They tend, at least on my body, to want to come forward. See if you can open the chest by releasing them back. That will also help your chest and head position connect. Rocking motion, right side. You could almost feel the shoulder blades rolling down the back if you focused on that open chest. And as you exhale, you might feel with the shoulders open wide that you're able to do that. This is an exercise of the whole body that's very slow, so it does take quite a bit of focus. If you have your water nearby, feel free to indulge in your water anytime because you will need to hydrate probably. And we don't hydrate with coffee with this. So inhale, forward, and exhale back. Good. So that's your rocking motion on both sides. When we finish both sides, last is always the right. I like to do a double grounding so that I can remember that I've just finished the move. Between the left and right side, I do a single grounding, if possible. All right, now we're going to go back a moment here. We're going to go back to our head rolls. So placing your palms on your hip bones, dropping your head down and moving the ear towards the right shoulder, and then back towards the left shoulder. Very slowly, inhaling. You can do a small circle or you can do a larger circle. You have to work with your own body, so whatever's going to work. Let's do 3 this way, moving towards your right side. Come back to center. Let's bring the chin down here to the chest, and then we'll move to the left side. Inhale, ear to shoulder and around. As big or small a circle as you would like to make. And we'll just do 3. So this will be the third. Coming back to center with the chin, bring the chin up level with the earth. And now this is the owl looking over towards your right. Very slowly on the inhale. Exhale back to center. And inhale to turn your head to the right, left. And back to center. Inhale. Now let's take it the whole direction. So inhale this way towards your right and slowly exhale towards your left. It's really as slow as some of the Hatha movement warm-ups we do in yoga. And actually, Justin sometimes called this Chinese yoga. So I think that's a really good term for connecting both practices. It's so slow. Inhale. And now exhale the other way. Good. And now you're going to relax from your feet up. You're just going to shake everything out. That actually shakes all the joints, even though we're not quite done yet with all of them. But it gets you to just kind of let go. And now we're going to do knocking at the gates, which will hopefully begin to bring some energy into the skin, the fascia, the blood vessels. And this is at the abdomen now. Now we'll bring it up a little bit higher so that we maybe touch the kidneys and back or hit them gently. Like a nice slap from a good friend is never a hard one, right? Kind of like that. Good. And now your lung points right up here. They need a good, Good. Now the shoulders, if that works for you. It doesn't work for everybody. So that's usually where we hold tension. So we're going to stop a moment and deal with that. All right, bring your hands up here. And if you can reach back to the shoulders, you can also do that if you hold one elbow up. You can usually massage down the shoulder blade area where we hold tension. And if you want to go way up, you can too. This is up to you. And then you can come to the other side and we'll massage over here. And you can hold the arm up if you want. Just release any tension. Also in the neck area right here. Just let it go. Now bringing your fingers inside of the shoulders. Inhale forward, up, back and down, and take it really slowly. Inhale. Feel those shoulder blades roll down the back with your exhale. And your inhale here. Opening it up to your abdomen. Feel the effects of the diaphragm as you expand the lungs and as they contract. And get smaller. It's putting pressure on the tummy. Can you feel that? I mean, we want to feel all these things. Okay, now we'll go the opposite way. Inhale back here and exhale forward. See, that closes it all off. Now go back the opposite way. Ah. And say a nice ah. Ah. And our next move, which is from a Qigong move called the fountain, we'll start up here with your hands overhead. And you're going to, when you exhale down here, you're going to come back to the center. You're going to fold forward from the hips, the flat back, release the spine and come down. When you finally come down, the backs of the palms will be together. When you come back up slowly on the inhale, they are apart. Ah, you're a fountain. Inhale. And now slowly exhale down, folding forward from the hips. Touch the floor if it works for you. Make sure it's outside the feet. You want space there. And 3 more of these. Really move slowly, folding forward, releasing. On the exhale, inhaling back up, backs of the palms together, open. Ah. And actually, let's say this is the last one. Okay, coming back up, inhale. And open. All right. Holding a ball right here or a bowl right at your chest. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and a spinal twist to your right. And inhale back to center, lengthening the spine, and exhale to the other side, twisting at the upper body, and maybe even you may feel this in your pelvis. I do. Inhale and slowly exhale. It's a twist of the spine. Swami Satchidananda called it wringing out the dish rag. You can call it whatever you like. It's wonderful. Inhale. And now exhale here. And back to center. So you can see that's really the same as this knocking at the gates that we just did. All right, so now let's let the back heel go when we do knocking at the gates and feel that spinal twist. Bring it up now to your kidneys. Let the heel go. Let the heel go. So now the heel on the right, now the heel on the left. You'll feel the opposite sense of when you move to the left here, that back heel has to release. And then to the right, the back heel has to release. So yeah, so just make sure that you don't torque your knees today or your knee or your ankles or your hips, right? Just let everything feel like it's free. Shake it out again. Good. bringing the arms out into a T, rolling forward circles with the whole arm, actually mostly with the sense that you're circling the wrists, but make sure you include whatever other joints seem to fit into this, and relaxing the elbows. And now go back the opposite way, as if you're swimming in beautiful, cool water on a hot day. Good. And let's let it go. Let's come down to the hips. We're going to do our forward, side to your right, back to your left, hip rolls. Hitting all 4 points. We're not hitting, but touching each 4 points. Back, side, forward with the hips, side again. And once you've done one direction, we'll come back to center with the pelvis forward, and we'll move the opposite way. I think that's right. Maybe I'm doing the same thing twice. Anyway, whatever you didn't do before. And let's take it the opposite way too. Good. Now bring the feet together, and the knees are almost going to touch, but not probably. And you're going to lengthen through the spine, place your thumbs on your hip bones, fold forward from the hips, look forward, take hold of your knees, and very gently circle to the right and back to the left. 3 times or 4 times, maybe 5 times. All right, now go the opposite direction. Side, front, side, back. Just like you did with the hips. You want to make sure it's a complete circle that touches both sides and both front and back. Good, and now release the knees, come back down and touch your ankles if that works for you. And slowly walk up your body with your hands like claws. And come up here and come down the arm. This kind of a form, right? And back up the arm and down again. And you're adding a gentle massage here, but it's a strong one. So come down the other arm and back up it. And down the body again. Outside the legs. It's like a self-massage technique. All right, now you're going to tap down the front of the body, tap down the insides of the legs, tap across the ankles and up the outside of the legs. Back up the front body, down one arm, maybe you're right. Back up that arm, across the body, down your other arm, up it, and then just gently take all the fingers and bring them together like you're talking birds. Good. Now open them. Now tighten them like that. Open, tighten. Open, tighten. Okay, now gentle boxing. You ever feel like this? You want to let go and you go, oh, I just really want to let go. So I'm not going to tighten my fists here, but all right, now a little swimming movement. Big crawl stroke. Good. Come back to center. Inhale here and fully ground with your palms coming down. Now open the palms for Tadasana. Feel the difference. Tadasana is the mountain pose in yoga, and the palms are forward. The whole chest is open. You're lengthening through the spine. And let's inhale once more and just ground that. Inhale and release. And we'll return to rocking motion and begin Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and 1 pose. You might want to get some water before we start that. I would recommend between the Qigong and the practice that, if possible, we not stop it today, but we do a whole practice. Also, if you, for any reason, need to sit through the practice, feel free to do that. You'll need to modify it for your own body, perhaps sitting on the edge of the stool or your chair and feeling all the movement from the center without curling the back. So keep the spine really long if you do this, and then you should be able to feel the breath right here where you want to feel it. Okay, good. We're ready, I think. Let's do a couple groundings. Inhale towards the heart. Exhale towards the ground, but rest here for a moment. Inhale towards the head, your highest dantian, or called the third energy center. And then above the head to this beautiful day, and exhale down, full of clouds, but sometimes sunny. And up again towards the sky, and down. And now bring it into a simple rocking motion. Feeling the energy begin to move in the body, your long spine, and your breath at the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, and through the nostrils, coming up through the spine. Feel the moving forward of the feet towards the toes here, the sinking in the middle where the knees become kind of soft, and the extending as the heels rise, extending of the legs. Feel the dip in the middle over the bubbling well or spring. Where the knees soften. There's a beautiful change there. Feel the coming forward as the heels rise and the moving back as the toes finally rise. And the extension of moving forward and back on the inhale and then the exhale. Put it all together. As we begin to cultivate the energy of Tai Chi Chih almost right away, once our joints are relaxed. And enjoy it. Two more. Last one. Grounded on globes of energy at the low dantian. Feet in rider on horse position. Our next move, bring the heels in a little bit closer together. For bird flaps its wings. Inhale here. Exhale to release and the heels rise. Inhale to lengthen. Sink. And on the third sinking, one wrist circle forward, just one. The bird is learning to fly. Second cycle. Third cycle, last one. Let it go. One wrist circle forward. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it into the earth. And double ground it. Feel that energy moving towards your abdomen. And as it does so, the abdomen itself moves the energy towards the dantian back here. From the dantian to the Mingmen area, low spine. So here's your expansion. Here's your contraction as that energy comes down. It moves right back to here, right at the tailbone. The spine connects from the back of the skull down there. So feel that long length there, even as you drop down. So if you were to do a squat here, it would be with the feet out. You just come down a little bit, but always make sure that the knee doesn't go beyond the big toe. That's enough of a squat for us. So here's a squat. Long spine. A little bit of that in this, but moderate. All right, now we're going to sink, shift side to side, shift to your right, shift to your left. This knee bends, the other knee bends. Just feel that. The heels are supposed to be on a line across here. It depends on whether your legs are the same length, but we want to see if we can get that line. And then once we get over here to the right side with our weight shift, we're going to drop the left heel forward. And the right foot is already at a 45-degree angle. So now we just move with the left foot in our minds. Around the platter. And now exhale back towards that other foot. But you're coming forward and back. And the arms know their own circle without actually making one with the rest of the body. And you're in chest high water in your imagination. Or we're going to come to 9 here. 5. It's very slow all the way around that beautiful circle. And this will be 9 now, coming to the front on the inhale and to the back on the exhale, bringing that left foot in for you, inhaling and exhaling. I am mirroring you, so I use my opposite foot. But this, now you're going to shift towards this foot, your left, release your right, and the platter will go outside this knee over here. So you start in the center, you inhale out, and back to the opposite side. Really slowly inhale forward towards me. Release the back heel. Exhale back towards your back wall. Release the front toe. And glide through the middle. We'll call that 3. We've got 6 more to go on your right side. Two more. And last one. Feel the inhale, feel the exhale back. The energy then moves to the back foot, your left foot, and we double ground it. Inhale and exhale. Just for fun, let's take it up even higher to the head. That really does, if you do these double, triple, quadruple groundings, it really extends the spine. It becomes real Qigong. Qigong is all about stretching and slowly moving. And one more, take it all the way up and open the palms, open like you're saying, thank you for this life we have, and exhale down. The connection of the heart and brain is tantamount. We need to do that in Qigong. It's basically what this is all about. It's all like a prayer. Exhale. Or like wanting to have a healthy life, right? All right, now we're going to go around the platter variation. Shift to your right, release your left heel, pick up this ball of energy here at your left shoulder and drop it center right opposite your heart and lungs, and the energy will move back to the back toes. Inhale. And exhale here, slowly feeling that in your fingers and your palms. If the palms and fingers are relaxed, you'll begin to feel that the energy's moved through all 250,000 cells, and it's there for the chi. Four more. Two more. Last one, we're at 9. The noble number in Chinese numerology is what we want to honor here. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Shift it to the left. Release your right heel. Notice that your back foot doesn't need to move. It's already in that 45-degree angle you need. And just move forward and back around the platter variation. Inhaling here, feel the long glide in the middle and then the release of the front toe. Good. Three more. And last one. Beautiful. Bring the foot in. Rider on horse. Double ground it. The platters have come to a graceful conclusion, and we inhale to the heart and exhale down. Coming to bass drum next. Shift to the right. Release the left heel. Let the palms face each other as you form your own drum around your body. Inhale here. And then over the rim of the drum, which can start to feel like velvet when the fingers are relaxed. Exhale back towards the wall. Good. Inhale forward, long inhale, long glide through the center and releasing the front toes. And now the back heel. Noticing that your leg now is going in front is going to slightly bend and the back leg will slightly straighten. And then the opposite happens. Spongy knees. Maintain your alignment so that your head does not ever coming over your knees. Add that weight. Three more on this left side. Feel the expansion of your inhale and the contraction of your exhale. And this is the last one on the left of bass drum. Bring that foot back in. Single ground it. We still have the right side to do. Shift towards the left. Release your right heel, lengthen through the spine. Feel your inhale here, and then coming down here. Exhale, and then inhale again. You're moving forward on the inhale here. And the palms are connecting because they're facing each other all the way through this whole drum you make around your body. So that's why you feel the hips come forward here and come back with your hips here as the palms move back. It's all connecting, called synchronicity, circularity. There's lots of beautiful energy we're creating with this slow movement and the breath. Two more. Last one. Inhale and release it. Shift to the other side. Right heel comes forward. Two more. Last one. Double ground it now. Bring it to your head. And let's do one more. It's so warm here. Good. Slowly bring it down like you're sleepwalking. And now bring it up towards the sun. And exhale slowly down. Beautiful. Our next moves are the companion moves of daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. We shifted to our right to bring the left heel forward. Good. Coming up with open hands here, just like Tadasana, it feels like to me. Left hand will cross behind the right at the wrist because it's your heart closeness here, your own self that's behind the other circle. As you climb the mountain with that other person in mind, daughter on the mountaintop. Notice how the double circles cross in the middle. You can actually feel a change of the chi there if you let them almost come together and then release the left hand back. Feel that energy change? It's amazing. Almost clapping and then not. Two more. Daughter on the mountaintop. left side. Come back to rider on horse, single grounding. Shifting towards your left, releasing the right foot. Daughter on the mountaintop. Your left hand is still close to the heart. Notice how it's also making a heart shape here. This is the center of the heart. It moves right down through the abdomen. Here are the two mountains that are the top of the heart on either side. Two more on this side. Last one. We'll bring it to a graceful conclusion here, slowly inhaling up and exhaling down, and prepare for daughter in the valley in our minds by bringing the palms up here and releasing the left heel out. Bringing the palms down, inhaling through the center. This is maximum polarity here. They're very close together, those palms. So enjoy that slow inhale. And that release at the top over the mountains that we have all climbed many times. Last one on your left of daughter in the valley. Bring the foot back. Inhale to release. Shift to your left. Your hands start right above the shoulders here. Your right foot comes forward. Inhale through the center, moving towards me and then away from me on the exhale, or towards your back wall. And now release over the mountains. Feel the central trail. The hands are very close here, so this is maximum polarity that we have when the palms are facing that long, so close. Enjoy that. It's a real cultivation move of the Chi. Three more. Last one. Bring the foot back. Inhale to release and send the energy into the ground. And we'll double ground it at the heart. As we move into our next move, let's triple ground it here. Bring it to the head. Our next move will be carry the ball to the side. So we want to get a nice fluid, long spine first. Up and down slowly, lengthening, 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 and then up to the sun today. Breathe it in and sink it down slowly with the palms as you fully ground all the way down towards the ground, but end up right at the low dantian here, or energy center, right there, and ground it. And then slowly move over to the right. We're going to start over here to do our carry the ball to the right, or from the right to the left, actually. Wind up here. Pick up your ball. Check it out. Maybe check out the wall there. Inhale the heel out here. It's a straight leg. And now shift over to allow it to become a little more bent over here and straight in the back. And the third one, bring in the in leg and sink. Both knees are soft. Wind up. Release the straight heel now and move. And even though there's a ball inside of a bigger ball, let's do one more here. I just want to say that that ball here is kind of very loose, like sometimes it's been described as seagrass, just moving with the sense of the ocean towards shore. In a tide pool, maybe. That may increase the flow of the energy for you. It does for me. Good. That was the 3 times 3 move that we have equal 9 here. Now we wind up and we go back the opposite way. Bring in the foot. Inhale and release. Wind up. Let that heel go out there. Flat, straight leg, yin leg. And now move towards it and it becomes yang. Shape changer. And now release it. And one more to the right. Winding up left, moving right. Good. Good. Now we're going to go back. Sorry, it isn't over yet. Wind up. I love this move. Sink. You might like the image also of just moving on a grand piano stool here. So that will mean that you're sliding across here with your butt, not really sticking it out. And the last one here, spongy knees. Inhale and sink it through the earth and double ground it. We finished the beautiful move of carry the ball to the side. And now we're going to move center for push, pull, and pulling in the energy. Rider on horse position, you got it? You might want to just tap the heels back there to remember that you're solidly in the ground here. Sink. Now shift to the right and bring your left heel forward. Push. Let the fingertips come up in a circle here. Turn the palms back. Pull on the inhale. That pull is your sense of giving and receiving something, maybe energy. You give to me and I give to you. And it comes back to my heart. Even on Zoom, we can create the sense of the chi. It's quite an amazing educational tool. I love it. And communication, when we can't see people who are thousands of miles from us. It's amazing, amazing magic tool. So think of it that way with all of its difficulties. 3 more on your left. Watch the spine. Keep it long. And you're exhaling out here, and you're inhaling back. Feel that inhale back to the heart. And now sink it through the ground. Inhale first. Exhale down towards the ground. Feel the grounding here. Center body in, as if you're just in polarity with gravity. Okay, now you're going to shift over here to the left. Bring your right forward. Push, pull. Pushing out, exhaling out in a circle back to you. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back, slowly moving. Feeling the front grounding and the back releasing of the heel, and now the front releasing of the toe. And the sponginess of the front and back knees as they change here. One knee straightens while the other bends. Then the opposite does the same. Whoosh. Pull back, inhale. It's quite a long weight shift here. 2 more. Last one. Push, pull comes to a graceful conclusion. Inhale and then sink it into the ground on the exhale. Magic fairy dust. Think of it like that. Let it go. All right, our next move, pulling in the energy from the farthest star. First shift to your right. Release your left heel. Palms are up this time. You might want to release the elbows so that you can actually move everything together. Inhale out here. In a circle that moves the energy to the opposite side. It almost feels like you're serving a platter of beautiful fruits. Let it go here without tensing the elbows. Give it length. Pulling in the energy from the most distant star in the universe is another image. But I like the idea of serving fruits too, because there's something about this inhaling out, hey, have some, and coming back is such a beautiful concept. Sharing energy, maybe. 2 more on the left. Bring the foot back in. Double ground it. No, single ground it, sorry. Because we're not through yet. Shift over to the left, release the right. Pulling in the energy from the most distant star this time. Through the fingertips. And last one of pulling in the most beautiful energy you can from the distant star. And sink it through the earth. Let's triple ground it. Those 2 moves are so beautiful. Bring it above the head. We're going to continue now. If you need water, I'm going to take a couple sips. We'll come right back, okay? Our next moves are called the taffies, and they reflect that there's quite a bit of energy moving between the palms as you cross them. So as this left hand moves under and this right hand moves across the top, and as you ground it, it feels like something has happened in the middle, and that has to do with the weight shift. The weight shift will pull this over to one side. One hand, the one that's underneath, will be going up towards the heavens, and the other hand is said to move down. The one that was up moves down. The one that was under moves up. So some people call this equity. I think it's a sweet idea right now. And you add your weight shift. And then you bring in the outside foot and you go the opposite way. So this is basic taffy. Then there are 3 variations. The first will be anchor taffy, where you anchor your right foot and the left foot comes forward with taffy. And you open the hips and ground it. And then you move it towards the left. And then the anchor foot pulls in and the other foot becomes the anchor, your left. And then the right comes under and opens the hips. And then this is also called the invite hand underneath, and it moves you towards this side and it keeps switching. So that's our second one. But it's our first variation of basic taffy. And then we have a second variation, which is circles taffy. And with that one, we start out here. We circle down like this 3 times, 2, 3. And the third one is kind of mixed up with a wind up here. And then you're going to pull the taffy to the side. So it's like basic taffy comes back again. And then you ground for a brief moment on the inhale, exhale. And then we will do the same thing to the other side. You'll be sinking and rising here. And then you're going to wind up on the third circle and move it towards your right. And once again, we need to remember to ground. I like to add the breath to the grounding. So this is the way I'm doing this. You get sinking and rising, sink, rise, feel the heels come up, rise, sink, rise. And now as you rise, wind up and then bring the foot in. Inhale, exhale to sink. And then we start again. Okay, so that's a little different from some way some people do it. And then the third variation is called perpetual motion taffy. And here you bring the left hand under and you lift this heel up over here and drop it down. You flex the foot essentially like that. And then you drop it down. The energy moves towards that toe and you just go back. So it's like this. Under, over with that left hand. Switching back and forth. And it's called the heel step that comes with this. And, you know, you'll catch it after a while. So if some of these things seem complicated, just do your best and don't worry about it. Okay, so that's the perpetual motion taffy. 3 variations. We'll start with a basic taffy. Right hand under. Invite hand to the right. Sink. Round it. and go back. And this last one will return us to the left of basic taffy. We'll double ground this one. Bring it to the heart. Sink it through the earth. And now we prepare for our next taffy, shifting the left foot forward and the right foot is the grounding leg. This stays there. Anchor taffy. Now your right leg comes forward. And if I need to move something over, I just make a wider space with my legs. So you can always change where you are by moving your yin leg, the straight leg. And this will be our last one to take us back to the left, forward. It's always kind of L shape and back to the side. And sink it through the earth. We'll double ground this one. Anchor taffy, the first variation of basic taffy, has come to a graceful conclusion. We'll ground it one more time. Second variation, circles taffy. Give yourself some C shape here. Some V shape here so that you can do this. Sink and rise. Left hand under, move it to the left. Inhale and sink and wait for a second here. And now go. Wind up on the third one and pull it to the right. With the right hand under as the invite hand. Sink. Inhale. Good. And now we'll go back a couple times. Sink. And last one here, inhale first. And we'll double ground this one. Circles taffy, our second variation, will come to a graceful conclusion. Let's bring it to the heart one more time. Inhale. That beautiful, almost childlike move, like jumping rope to me. And our last third variation is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. So here we go. Lift the heel, drop it to the toe. Lift the heel, drop it to the toe. The feet are fairly open here in a rider horse position. That way you won't hurt yourself. Don't drop too low. Just make sure that you feel the knees are spongy here as you drop onto one foot and then to the other. Heel first. And then the hands are taking turns on who's on top. So you can feel that too. The underneath hand always wants to say, I'll be on top next. And the other hand says, okay, hey, that's cool. Perpetual motion taffy can be done more than 9 times. So we can just have fun with this. One more time. And back to rest. Beautiful. Let's double ground it. We next are going to be working the pulley. So that'll be fun. Your left leg will come forward. Your right leg will stay behind. And the right hand is under the hip. And the other hand, your left hand, will dominate breathing-wise. So this is an exhale forward. And diagonaling. And then you shift from the hips here. So here, this front hand brings the other hip back. And then you automatically have to swivel the feet here. Swivel on the back, ball of the foot, swivel on the front heel. And that makes the beautiful diagonal that you need for this move. You can come straight out from the heart there on the exhale, and then inhale that hip back. And that dominant hand now is your left hand and your left foot here. So use your exhale. And here's your inhale. It turns you, right? Cool. I love it. Working the pulley. And we'll do one more here on your left. Bring the left foot back. Inhale to exhale. Now bring your right hand forward and your left hand under the hip. And your right heel will come forward, ready to go somewhere here. Exhale. Inhale back with that hip. Now the right foot is leading and the breath is leading on that side. And this is the last one for working the pulley on your both sides. This is the right side now. We end it. Graceful conclusion to the heart. Inhale, exhale down. Bring it up because we're next coming to the head very shortly. Inhale up to the head. And exhale down. And then above that to the trees outside. Even if you can't see them, remember by imagination what they look like. Inhale. We have tall Monterosa pines here. Monterey pines, I guess they're called. And they're so tall sometimes. And eucalyptus trees too, so tall. Inhale up to them, all the way up. And now let it go slowly. And coming back to center here to prepare for our feet in a V, for light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Feet in a V. Exhale down. Bring your palms overhead without having them touch, but they're looking at each other, sinking and rising. And let the energy go with the exhale. Or actually inhale here. 3 times. And let it go. Good. Now bring it back to the center and circle the palms as if you were massaging the symbol of the Tao. All the opposite energies that connect in this practice. Just massage that. And hold it. Inhale it right over the crown of the head, the back of the skull, and sink and rise. And let it go. Now the palms face down to return to the earth and make a circle to come back to your heart with the left hand on top. On the inhale, come down through the center body. Bring them outside the temples, light at the temple, sink and rise. Feet in a V still. Hold the energy. Breathe. Circle the palms. Hold the energy and sink and rise and let it go. 3 times. Out into the earth and back to your heart with the left hand on top. Sinking down, feet still in a V, but really grounding here. Let's inhale to the heart. Coming up on the balls of the feet. Joyous breath. 4 times out on the exhale. 3rd time, touch the ground with your heels. Up to the balls of the feet. 3 times down. Down. Last one. One more set of 4. Slow, connected grounding and widening of the feet as we come into passing clouds. Right hand up, left hand down. Just touch the elbow there, brush it. Two more. Passing clouds comes to a graceful conclusion. all things change. Double ground it. Six healing sounds. Ho, left hand for the heart. Ho. Hu, left foot and both hands for the spleen. Hu. And now for the liver, right to left. Su. Sh for the lungs, right hand, right foot. Sh. Shi for the triple heater. Shi. And chui for the kidneys, left to right. Chui. Ho. Hu. Su. Sh. Shi. Chui. Ho. Hu. Su. Sh. Shi. 5 chuis for the kidneys. Chui. Turn the palms upside down, figure 8. Chui. 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 Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the energies we've put together today and played with. And coming into cosmic consciousness pose with your left heel on your right ankle bone. Bringing the palms up for cosmic consciousness pose. Left hand close to the heart, elbows out evenly, lengthen through the spine, balance into the feet. Interlace the fingers to bring the hands overhead in gratitude. Thousands of teachers, thousands of years in this beautiful practice we are grateful for, that came to us in 1974 through Justin Stone with the work of Wen Shan Wang. Thank you for this practice today. It was beautiful working with you.